So this is my barn. I've put so much work into it. I absolutely love it, with the exception that I've had some major flooding issues, like a lot of really bad flooding. So I decided to come up with a DIY solution to help solve the problem. Now, these videos of the really bad floods were from before I was able to get somebody to come out and do some dirt work. That dirt work did solve a bulk of the issues that I was having. However, he was not able to come back out and finish. So since then, I still have had some small amounts of water coming in whenever we get heavy rainfalls. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back out in 2025 or not, but I didn't want to just sit around twiddling my thumbs if there's something that I can do to improve the situation. So I had the idea to go out and buy a catch basin with the plan to use it as a sort of fail-safe. That way, should large amounts of water start coming in again, I can remove the top, put a sub pump in there to get the water out and hopefully keep my stalls dry. Initially, I thought of using landscape fabric or some sort of mesh for the areas where piping is supposed to go in and out. But instead, I had some old pizza pans that I thought would work better, so I just used my grinder to cut them down to size, and voila. As far as the reason behind the flooding, it stems from the arena that I had built off the back of the barn a few years ago. The excavator that was hired for that build was an absolute train wreck to deal with, and honestly, it could be a whole separate video because it still raises my blood pressure just thinking about the mess that was dealing with those contractors for that whole entire job. Even just getting the new guy who came out this past year to come out and finish the job was a bit of a chore. I don't know if I need to hire a man to be out here when the contractors come out to talk shop and chum it up with them, because apparently I can keep a contractor about as well as I can keep a man. And I'm single, so that seems to track. But in all honesty, I promise I'm not a Karen, as the kids are saying. I've worked in the service industry, so I'm super nice and understanding to work with. I always pay my bills on time and in full. I really don't get it. I digress. And yes, here I felt so smart with my clamping idea while the glue set up, until it fell for the 5th time and I just gave up. It's fine, that's what tape's for, the dirt should keep it in place, right? So now I just had to set it flush in the ground and get it packed back in. Covered it up with the stall mat so the area is still safe to walk on and usable, but if I need to, I can just pull the mat back up, lift the lid, and plop a sub pump in there, hopefully to stay ahead of any major flooding that comes back. I will say I am well aware that I could look back on this in a few months and wonder what on earth I was thinking, that this could be the stupidest idea I've ever done. Maybe it's only good in theory, and if I try to use it, it's going to be an absolute fail, but at least I don't feel as much like I'm just a sitting duck. And worst case scenario, I figured, is I'm really only out my time and some materials. So time will tell, and at least I can say that I tried.